Good evening. Welcome to Coffee Time News. I'm Jaclyn St. James, and today is Sunday, November 25th, 2012. In world news, the New Zealand Human Rights Commission has confirmed that if equal marriage becomes legal, carrying out same-sex wedding ceremonies won't be mandatory for churches. Concern has been growing within religious organizations that if same-sex marriages become legal, all religious celebrants would be made to perform them. A select committee is now reviewing the bill, which would normally be over a period of around 6 months. After that process, it will make a decision on whether or not to recommend it to be passed. The select committee chair, Ruth Dyson, said the committee had been considered the balance of celebrants who would oppose versus those who would want to perform the ceremonies. David Rutherford, Chief Commissioner of the Human Rights Commission, said that he believes that equal marriage rights and religious freedoms can coexist in New Zealand. In U.S. news, Kevin Clash, the actor formerly behind the popular Sesame Street character Elmo, could face jail if in the second set of allegations that he had sex with a minor turn out to be true. Cecil Singleton, 24, alleged in a lawsuit filed on Tuesday that he was persuaded by Mr. Clash to meet for sexual encounters when he was 15 years old. Normally, under New York state law, victims of child sexual abuse must come forward before they turn 23, and Mr. Singleton turned 24 on the 24th of May of this year. Giving details of this 2-week romance he allegedly had with Mr. Clash, he said there was groping, masturbation, and just a lot of intense kissing, touching, that kind of thing. Dry humping, he said. But we did not have sex, and it's imperative to note that we did not have sexual intercourse until years later when I was an adult. He said he thought they would have had full sex if they had stayed together longer. I just remember telling myself that he seemed to really like me and let me spare him now because I know that I can't do this, he said. If I had to make an educated guess and say if we had stayed together, we more than likely would have had sex at that age. If I was seduced by anything, it was how sweet and polite he was, Singleton said. He courted me like you would when you're dating someone. Mr. Singleton went on to allege that he felt he was too young to consent to a sexual relationship at that point, and that there were victims other than himself. No one understands what my life was like at 15 years old. I saw myself as sophisticated and mature, he said. I thought my experiences made me unique and different. As an adult, I can tell you empathetically I wasn't in any position to consent in any type of sexual relationship. I was one of many. It makes me disgusted with myself that I could have been so naive, Singleton said, adding he was victimized by other older men as a teen. I did not recognize a predator. Mr. Clash resigned from his role on the TV show after the second set of allegations came to light, saying he did not want the controversy of the accusations to detract from the show. Last week, Sheldon Stevens, 23, accused the gay actor of having sex with him when he was a teenage boy, a charge Mr. Clash denied. A day later, Stevens recanted his charge. Upon his resignation, Kevin Clash had said, I have loved every day of my 28 years working for this exceptional organization. Personal matters have diverted attention away from the important work that I am doing, and I cannot allow it to go on any longer. I am deeply sorry to be leaving, and I'm looking forward to resolving these personal matters privately. Well, it's a sad day in Hollywood and in Dallas. Larry Hagman, better known as J.R. Ewing, has died. The star born in 1931, who's played roles such as the Major in I Dream of Jeannie and the unforgettable villain in Dallas. Dallas premiered on CBS in 1978 and made him an international sensation. Dallas was the nighttime soap opera story of a Texas family fabulously wealthy from oil and cattle, and its plot brimmed with backstabbing, double-dealing, family feuds, violence, adultery, and other bad behavior. Linda Gray, who played JR's long-suffering wife, Sue Ellen, was with Hagman in Dallas when he died, along with family and close friends. In local news, okay guys, well it's almost December and that means we are only 1 month away from one of my favorite weekends in Fort Lauderdale. Club Boom will be turning itself into that world-famous Disco Club Studio 54. For one magical weekend, January 26th, Club Boom will become Studio 54, with legendary bartender Sal DeFalco and DJ Frank Core, originally from Studio 54, with memorabilia and the hottest disco tunes around. So save this date, January 26th weekend, for a weekend of hot disco. You know I'll be there, and I hope you'll be there too. Well guys, this wraps things up. I do hope that you have a great week, and remember to be out, be proud, and be gay. For Coffee Time News, I'm Jaclyn St. James. Have a great evening.